Horizon Zero Dawn is a PS4 exclusive that's a 10 out of 10. I hate it when they do this. They always do this. If the graphics are good, if it's open world, and it's a PS4 exclusive, those are like the Oscar qualifications. Like if you have a gay guy, if you have a black guy, if you have a disabled guy, 10 out of 10. Game criticism is like the Oscars now. There's a list of qualifications that you have to fulfill to make a game automatically get a high score. And I thought we were pulling away from this. They did some good job. They criticized Mafia 3. They criticized No Man's Sky. Guess not. Now, the graphics in Horizon Zero Dawn are absolutely freaking ridiculous. The game looks amazing in 1080p 30 FPS. It's got great textures, it's got great shadows, it's got great lighting, it's got great wind effects, it's got great vegetation density. The character models are really good. It's vibrant, it's colorful. There are little spore things floating through the air. Eloy's hair physics are great. She's got ripples in her muscles for triceps and deltoids. The game looks fantastic. I bet if you played this in HDR 4K, it's one of the most gorgeous things the eye can behold. The variety of the environment is so great too. It's not like here's the snowy section, here's the desert section, here's the forest section. It all kind of blends into one. You got white, you got pink, you got orange, you got red, you got green, you got yellow. It's fantastic. It's one of the most beautiful worlds ever created in video game history. And when you're riding on your metal horse robot thing through the world and your hair is bouncing and the trees are all moving in the wind, it's like, I wish The Witcher 3 looked like this. Hell, while we're at wish granting time, I wish Dark Souls 3 looked like this. I wish every game looked like this. The ambient music too, when you were wandering around the world, is so soothing, so relaxing. It's just like a little flute thing. It really reminded me of World of Warcraft too, with the flute and that kind of tribal setting where everybody's got bows and spears and leather. Imagine an open world Warcraft game with Dark Souls combat in this world. It's like a dream come true. It's really a beautiful and stunning looking game. Unfortunately, this is an amazing game world wasted on a very mediocre game. The game is kind of like Tomb Raider. Now, you got a bow, you got little things of crafting everywhere. You like grab a tree or grab a plant. It's got that kind of open world beauty, and you got a female protagonist. Even though sometimes a lot of the plants do spawn in rocks or in trees and you can't actually grab them. And I gotta say, the combat itself, when you're hunting the dinosaurs, is actually really good. It's very asymmetrical. It's very like you are a hunter taking down these big giant beasts, and the tools it gives you are very, very well thought out. You have like a thing that will like lay a tripwire between two anchor points that you can shoot, and if something steps over, it'll get shocked or it'll explode, and you can swap out different ammo. There's a rope caster too thing where you can anchor something to the ground and then shoot a bolt at it, and you like hold it in place, and if you run around and you shoot different anchor bolts at different places, the whole beast will fall down. It's really, really cool, and I haven't seen something done like that before. There are trap balloon things that you can lay down. You can throw a rock by it, and when something goes to check it out, you can shoot it, it'll blow up. You know, a lot of games say this, but this game actually does reward, like, looking at the situation and planning stuff out and taking your time, and then watching it all unfold and everything blow up, and then taking everything out the rest of the way. For a big chunk of my time with the game, I ignored the perks menu. I didn't even know there was one, so make sure you go get all the first level perks, because a lot of those are kind of essential. There is a dodge button too, thank God, and it's very fluid, it's very snappy, and it controls a lot like the Dark Souls dodge. The movement itself, though, when you take out the dodge, is like a 7 out of 10. It's like, it's got the, stop to turn around, and it's not the most responsive in the world, so, but the dodging is super precise, and that's really what matters. And it is a big open space, too, so it's not like narrow corridors that you're trying to navigate. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. It's got a really good health system, too, so you have like an actual medicine pouch where you collect plants, and it'll add a little bit to each pouch, and then when you fill up the green bar, that is one heal. So as your red health bar goes up to be filled, it'll deplete the green bar at the same rate. Once you upgrade the pouch, you can get several heals in that. That's actually very creative. I wouldn't have thought of that. And then in addition to that, you can craft a potion that'll just heal you outright. So you have like your free, non-expensive, slow regenerative heal, and then you have like your I need potion heal like right away. So fighting the dinosaurs is great fun. You can set parts of them on fire. They have like canisters in the back that'll like explode and kill everything around them too. So that sounds like great fun. So what's wrong with the game though, Wesley? Well, the problem is when it tries to apply dinosaur hunting combat to humans. And the game, it's like, this is not what this was designed for at all. When you have little enemy human guys and skull masks coming at you, I'm like, I don't have the tools to fight you effectively. And their health bars are about the same size as the robot dinosaur things too, so you shoot them in the head and they don't die instantly. And there's melee combat too, so they'll run up to you and they'll like attack you, and while there is a dodge, there isn't a block. So if you just start hitting someone with the right bumper or the right trigger, they'll block. You can't block. I don't know how you block. So they can block, but you can't. So they'll block your attacks, and then they'll just stab you, and there's nothing you can do about it. The game gets to a point, too, where there's a bunch of human enemies that are all shooting at you, and the game becomes a third-person shooter without cover, or any kind of quick, snappy way to target people. It gets very, very messy. And the story missions, too, get very dull and very repetitive and very boring. There's no ingenuity in there whatsoever. When you're roaming around the open world, you can only actually activate one quest at a time, which is annoying as hell, because then you can't, like, activate all the quests and then, like, draw a route to plan out the order in which you want to take them. Fast traveling between campfires requires a little pack, which is stupid. And there's no way to recover traps off the ground if you set them down and you don't use them. And of course, it wouldn't be a PlayStation 4 exclusive without two people helping each other climb up a ledge. And the biggest thing that I just can't get over is that I am a tribal girl with a bow and arrow fighting giant robot dinosaurs that are shooting lasers at me. That shatters my suspension of disbelief. I just don't buy that. Now, I know how it works. I know, you know, civilization has risen and fallen and we're like back to the Stone Age, but they've been fighting these machines for a long time. This is not a new thing. And you're telling me as effectively and quickly as we can still kill them with regular old arrows that nobody has salvaged and been able to, like, make laser guns out of this? They have all this super high-tech technology at their disposal, and nobody's bothered to rebuild any semblance of society. They're still living in huts and campfires. And the culture, too. It's this tribal bullshit. It's like, oh, the All-Mother, the Earth-Mother. This pisses me off so much, right? You know, calling something Mother Nature or All-Mother or Earth Goddess is just a secular, inclusive, friendly way of saying God, right? You know, it's the same concept. It's the same idea. Just say God.
All-Mother, hear our prayer. What is the child but a mother's hope that takes flight? A glowing flame that climbs the air, set free to the wind.
It makes all the characters seem really, really stupid, and they have, like, no IQ, and they're like, oh, the tale of the... It's terrible. I hate that.
I crave vengeance. Do you?
You have no idea.
Show me then. Lend me your strength. Follow.
The art style for me, as beautiful as the game world is, just clashes so hard with these machines, man. They look so out of place. This is what bothered me about Final Fantasy II. I can't do it. This is 2 games in 1. It doesn't work. And the little intro at the beginning with Eloy as a kid really sucks. She's really fat in the head, and she kind of looks like a boy, and she's got a really annoying voice. How hard is it to make a kid cute? Like, it's a little girl, she should be cute, but no, she's got like a bird nest for hair. And her father figure, Rost, is a super one-dimensional guy that just makes no sense. And it's like, hey, that kid threw a rock at your daughter. Are you gonna do anything about that? Oh, no, we can't, because we're the outcast. We're not allowed. It's like, you're already labeled an outlaw by society, you dickwipe. Just do whatever you want.
Look, Rost. I've thought it through, and I'm not going to shun you after the proving, okay? I won't do it. I'm not about to pretend that you never raised me.
Aloy, the law forbids all contact.
It does, and I don't care. I know what duty means for you, Rost, but all tribal law has ever done for me is take things away. And that's not gonna happen again.
Aloy, I must obey the law.
He's so one-dimensional, too, and he's the only character that Eloy tries to have any kind of relationship or bond with, and it doesn't work. And then he dies, spoiler alert, it's pretty early in the game, so... And my little sister's like, oh, I liked him. Like, I didn't like him. I liked his beard. His beard was cool, but he was a stupid character. And after that, there's a little sequence where it's basically the Hunger Games with kids, and it's stupid. They clearly had no ideas for a story whatsoever. They thought of a cool world concept for a game, and then just went from there. This is what happens when you get your narrative written by the people who made Killzone Shadowfall. The game is very certainly style over substance. And you're running around with this, like, matriarch tribal village all-grandmother lady, and she keeps like, oh, this is not the time to reveal this tale. Oh, they keep stringing you along, and it's like, f you, answer my questions. If you're not gonna give me jack shit, I'm not gonna be invested in the story at all. It's like, you'll learn eventually, complete the game to find out the secrets, and it's like, no!
Beyond her sight lies a vast fallen land, spiritually tainted. That is why it is against tribal law to leave. But this...
I should be on my way.
From here, if any nor
Oh, I will.
may all
You belong in a home, lady, and I don't get paid enough to sit through your bullshit. And as beautiful as the world is, there is no reason to go around and wander it because it is really empty. There's nothing to find. It's pretty to look at, but there are no story-significant side quests to come across at all. The acting is terrible, the facial animations are worse, and the lip-syncing is even worse than that. And it makes it impossible to buy these guys as people. And the writing is always, oh, all-mother outcast. Are you an outcast? I'm an outcast. Let's be outcast friends. Eloy, too, who is the main character girl. I mean, she's pretty hot. Don't get me wrong. And she's got a good voice. So, but she always has the same expression. She's always quizzical, yet sincere. And she's always telling people, oh, you're hurt. Is there a way I can help you?
I'm honored. All Mother be praised.
Are you alright? Is there something you need?
Yes. My friends and I watched you clear the bandits out of this camp. We're glad. They would steal from us, chase us through the night laughing. We're outcasts, not braves. Almost defenseless.
Wait a minute, how are you defenseless? You're Asian. You should be like a master at kung fu and wielding a katana.
But we need to stay together to survive. This camp we once hated could serve us well now. Would you let us stay here, even if it flies in the face of the matriarch's laws?
Of course, by all means.
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say so. You're an inspiration to us. Thank you.
And why don't you have an Asian accent? To the point where her character just goes around helping people, and she doesn't have any self-goals, because she achieves her one and only goal super early in the game. She's got nothing to accomplish, she's got no character flaws, she's got no real reason to interact with anybody other than it's the nice thing to do. To the point where everyone just treats her like an errand girl. The game really should have stuck with the dinosaur hunting thing, because that's the best mechanics combat-wise by far. But other than that and the beautiful, gorgeous graphics, there's really no ideas here. It's very style over substance. And without a good story or acting or characters to fall back on, I have no reason to push myself through the game. I'm gonna give Horizon Zero Dawn a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
Well, Zelda just came out, so who cares?